welcome to this video. I'm very excited to share with you 5 of my favorite ways to use ChatGPT when it comes to homeschooling in general, but for me specifically, the Robinson curriculum. So for example, with the Robinson curriculum, you get a very large book list. Now let's say you want to swap in a different book, substitute it, add something else, and what do you do about the vocabulary? So for example, one of my daughters is reading The Hawthorne Legacy. It's a YA kind of mystery thriller thing. And I want her to have a spelling list that she can use as well as vocabulary list, maybe make some fill in the blanks or crossword puzzle, something, and a test at the end of the book. So I've never personally read it myself. I don't have time to go through it and pull out vocabulary words. So this is such a time-saving hack. I am going to write here, can you please create a vocabulary list with definitions for the book, The Hawthorne Legacy? And it's going to give it to me here. So here is a list of definitions, words and definitions. Now, I can also, because I'm going to copy and paste it and put it on a Google Doc. So what I do is I just print it out, just keep it really simple, and they can keep it in their book as sort of the bookmarker. And every day before they read their book, they go through this list. They can use it as a spelling list. They can learn this vocabulary. On one day of the week, I'll say, go ahead and write your own writing assignment, your own essay, or for younger kids, write 10 sentences using these vocabulary words. And they have the definition and the vocabulary word. They're reading the book, so it's all in context and it all just really works. So going back, so besides vocabulary, I also asked it to create a test for me, and it gave me an English language test. So that's one thing, right? What part of the speech is the word fascinating, vivid? But this is why it's very important to, really be thoughtful about what you prompted to do, what you're asking it, because that's going to give you a different outcome. So I said, can you create a general test for the book? And so then it gave me an actual test, right? Like, who is the protagonist of the Hawthorne Legacy? Where does the story primarily take place? And it has multiple choice. And you can adjust this. You could say, I don't want a multiple choice. Can you do fill in the blank or open-ended question, whatever it may be. So you can adjust the test as well. Now, it just gave me the test, which is what I wanted, because I was then able to copy it and paste it on a Google Doc that I can then give my daughter. But now I need the answers, right? Because I haven't read it. So I said, well, can you give me the answers? And then it gave me the answers. You can do more. You can say, can you give me a literary analysis? Maybe you haven't read the book and you want to know more about it. So it'll tell you plot themes, character development, setting and imagery. And this is something that you could print out maybe, and that could also help them get better context. So that is all point number 1 of what you can do when it comes to books. Substituting books, adding books, just in general, creating your own list, and out of whatever book you pick, prompting it to give you a vocabulary spelling list. I mean, I could ask it to create maybe fill in the blank worksheet for me that I could just copy and paste. It gives me literary analysis. It gives me any more information I need on the book. It can give me an English test. It can give me just a general test about the book. And so that's all point number 1. I think that's very cool, very exciting. Okay, so number 2 is that it can be really helpful when creating transcripts. Now, this is where the whole little prompt engineering comes into play. The better you input what you want, the better outcome you're going to get. So rather than just saying, can you give me a 10th grade homeschool transcript? I'm putting, can you create a homeschool transcript for a 10th grader using the Robinson curriculum that satisfies the state of Texas requirements? And you can add more details, right? You could say using Saxon math for math, etc. So it's going to give me like a basic transcript. I've got my course list. Of course, you can plug in this student information, mathematics. It's got list algebra textbooks or resources used. And so it's telling you the course subjects, what they want, right? And now you can tell it to, and it's going to give you to like the GPA. It should. I've done it. Each time you do it, it's a little bit different based on what you put in. Total credits earned, you could put that there. additional information, any standardized test scores or extracurricular activities. So you could copy and paste this on a Google Doc and then just add in your things. And even still, you could add, please, I always say, please add Saxon Algebra 2 for math. And it'll go ahead and you can keep fine tuning it. See, it's going to put it there. But of course, you could just copy and paste this and put it on a Google Doc. But it's really helpful. And of course, you want to double check with your state on another website what exactly they recommend. But it pulls the information from the web. So I feel like it gives you a really great jumping off point. So foreign languages, right? I could put Duolingo Spanish, or for electives, put this, and it'll keep doing it. But you could also say add 3-point GPA or how many credit hours, and it's just going to keep adjusting it until it's exactly what you like. Number 3 is as a writing tool. So for example, let's say they type something up in a Google Doc. This is great for feedback. You can copy and paste it in ChatGPT and say, please provide feedback. And I've done this. It'll tell you this could be improved. It'll tell you of any misspellings, any grammatical errors. So for those of you that are concerned about that, this is a tool that can give them that feedback. And you can also ask it for prompts and be really specific. What are some writing prompts for a second grader? We'll just leave it at that, right? You can even get more specific, but it's going to give you a bunch of writing prompts. So if they say, I don't know what to write about, well, you have a whole bunch here. So that's another way that you can use it. So now number 4, here is, I think, a great hack, a great way to learn something for free. Let's say one of your kids wants to learn coding. So I would say here, can you teach me how to code? And it'll start with, okay, you need to decide on a programming language. Okay, so let's say Python. Can you create a lesson plan and lessons for me to learn Python? And it is going to do its thing. So we've got lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3. It's going to go through and create a whole lesson plan. And then I'm going to tell it to give me the first lesson. All right, so I'm going to go back up here and copy lesson 1. Teach me lesson 1. And this is why I think it's going to be a big game changer when it comes to education. So here it is. It's going to go through all of it. And it's even going to see here, like, type the following code. You can copy the code. So it's telling me, I'm learning that I can use something like Sublime Text, like a text editor, or Atom, or Notepad. And so I'm going to go ahead and download it, and then I'm going to follow the instructions that it says there and start learning how to code. So I think that's really fun. That's another great way to use it. All right, and last but not least, number 5, and trust me, I can make a series of videos on this if you'd like, but it's helping with math fact memorization. So I just said, can you help me with my math facts? And then it's giving me a system. And so I just said, okay, help me start. And it starts with addition facts to 5, and then blah, blah, blah. And I could say, create a lesson for the first part. And again, it's going to do its thing. Here it is. It's got the materials, the procedures, the warm-up activities, the main activities. I mean, you can really create your own curriculum for anything using ChatGPT. So this is just one example of memorizing math facts, just something you have here. You don't have to purchase anything else. So that's another great hack, I think. All right, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you'd like to see more videos like this. I use ChatGPT almost every day. I do. I use it every day. So I'd love to share more tips with you on how to better utilize it for homeschooling and kind of life in general too, or especially if you're a stay-at-home mom looking to make some money online from home. This has become a game changer, I think, and it's very possible without it being too time consuming or too stressful. Any passion that you have, this can just supercharge it to create your own business at home. So it's really cool. All right, well, I think you would really like this video, but YouTube's algorithm thinks you would like this video instead. So whichever one you choose, I will see you there. Bye.